Welcome to the DefCam. Viewers, please like, comment on, and subscribe to the channel by encouraging us to bring more informative videos for you. Let's move to our topic. The recent incident involving an alleged Israeli aerial incursion into Qatari airspace, targeting Hamas leadership, has sent ripples through strategic communities worldwide, serving as a stark and sobering case study for nations prioritizing territorial integrity. While the operation's specifics remain contested, the public statement by the Qatari Prime Minister, admitting an inability to detect the penetrating aircraft despite possessing advanced fighter jets and modern air defense systems, presents a profound strategic lesson. For Pakistan, analyzing this event is not an academic exercise, but a critical imperative, forcing a rigorous evaluation of our own aerial surveillance and defense capabilities against the evolving threat of low observable platforms and sophisticated electronic warfare. This incident underscores a modern battlefield truth. Technological parity on paper does not equate to operational dominance in a contested environment. It highlights the critical difference between possessing capable individual systems and fielding a fully integrated, layered, and resilient integrated air defense system that can withstand suppression and degradation efforts. Pakistan's strategic approach to air defense has long recognized the specific challenge posed by stealth technology. This foresight is evidenced by a strategic investment in a family of specialized very high-frequency and ultra-high-frequency band radars, which form the cornerstone of our counter-stealth architecture. The physics behind this is well understood. While modern stealth aircraft are designed to deflect and absorb the energy of higher-frequency fire control radars, such as those in the X-band, their airframes are less effective against the longer wavelengths of VHF and UHF bands. These longer waves tend to resonate with the larger structural components of an aircraft, making detection, though potentially less precise for weapons-grade tracking, a viable possibility. Our inventory includes sophisticated systems like the JY-27A, three-dimensional long-range surveillance radar, with an estimated detection range exceeding 500 kilometers against conventional targets and a significant capability against low observable ones. This is complemented by the YLC-2 VHF radar and the powerful YLC-8E UHF active electronically scanned array radar, the latter boasting a formidable 700-kilometer range. The YLC-8E, in particular, represents a significant advancement, as its AESA technology allows for rapid beam agility and improved resistance to jamming. Furthermore, the YLC-18C high-mobility three-dimensional AESA radar, with a 500-kilometer range, adds a layer of tactical flexibility. Even the American-origin TPS-77 radar, a capable long-range UHF system, contributes to this mosaic of sensors. However, the core of the challenge, as illuminated by the Qatari scenario, is not merely the quality of these sensors, but their quantity, deployment strategy, and, most critically, their level of integration. The vast and topographically diverse geography of Pakistan presents a monumental task for seamless radar coverage. Our western and southwestern borders, encompassing rugged mountainous terrain and long, porous frontiers, represent a particular vulnerability. The current deployment of our most advanced VHF and UHF radars, while strategically positioned, is finite. They form key nodes in our network, but the gaps between these nodes are substantial. A technologically sophisticated adversary employing standoff jamming, anti-radiation missiles, and a detailed understanding of our sensor emplacements could potentially identify and exploit these coverage gaps or saturation points. This creates corridors through which low observable aircraft, flying nap-of-the-earth profiles to minimize their radar cross-section further, could attempt to penetrate, much like the alleged operation over Qatar. Therefore, the lesson for Pakistan is unequivocal: a reactive posture is insufficient. We must embark on a comprehensive and urgent program to densify our low-band radar coverage across these critical regions. This involves the procurement and indigenous development of additional VHF and UHF radar systems to create overlapping fields of observation. This densification achieves two primary objectives. It eliminates significant gaps in coverage, creating a continuous radar picture, and it enhances the overall resilience of the IDS. If one radar node is suppressed or destroyed, adjacent nodes can seamlessly compensate, maintaining the integrity of the surveillance bubble. This concept of networked redundancy is paramount in modern electronic combat. Yet, simply adding more radars is an incomplete solution. The true force multiplier lies in the sophisticated fusion of data from these disparate sensors. Each radar type, VHF, UHF, and higher frequency systems like the Chinese origin S-band radars, provides a unique piece of the tactical puzzle. A VHF radar might provide an initial, somewhat ambiguous track on a distant, stealthy object. This cue can then be passed to a more precise UHF AESA radar, like the YLC-8E, for better classification and tracking. Subsequently, this refined track data can be handed off to an X-band fire control radar on a surface-to-air missile battery or a combat air patrol for final engagement, with its narrow beam only being activated at the last possible moment to avoid early detection and targeting. This entire kill chain must be orchestrated by a robust and automated command, control, communications, computers, and intelligence infrastructure. The data links must be secure, resilient to cyber and electronic attack, and capable of operating at high speeds to facilitate time-sensitive engagements. Furthermore, Pakistan must continue to invest in complementary technologies that enhance the effectiveness of its radar network. This includes expanding our fleet of airborne early warning and control aircraft, such as the ZDK-03 and Saab 2000, which provide a crucial elevated sensor platform, looking down into areas masked by terrain and offering a different detection perspective against low-flying threats. Electronic intelligence and signals intelligence gathering platforms are also vital for identifying and characterizing adversary electronic orders of battle, providing early warning of impending operations and directing electronic countermeasures. In conclusion, the events in the Qatari skies are not a distant anomaly, but a direct and urgent message. They validate Pakistan's existing doctrinal focus on counter-stealth technology, but also expose a critical quantitative and integration shortfall. Our current arsenal of VHF and UHF radars provides essential technological shield, but its coverage is not yet comprehensive enough to form an impenetrable barrier across our most challenging frontiers. The path forward is clear. We must accelerate the acquisition and deployment of these specialized radars, focusing on the northwestern and southwestern approaches to create a dense, overlapping, and resilient sensor grid. Simultaneously, we must relentlessly pursue the advanced data fusion, battle management systems, and supporting platforms that transform a collection of individual radars into a single, intelligent, and reactive organism. The goal is to ensure that, unlike the scenario witnessed elsewhere, any attempt to violate Pakistan's sovereign airspace will be met with immediate detection, continuous tracking, and the unequivocal capability for a decisive response. Our national security depends on creating an aerial defense network that is not just advanced on a specification sheet, but is truly vast, integrated, and insurmountable. Thanks, and stay tuned for the upcoming videos.